Hi guys. Okay, so in the last video we designed the second section of our website. So now I'll be doing the sub 2 parts, the second part of that section. That's this 12 year experience and this different cards. So to start, we have to add a new inner section. So just come to this menu option, type inner section, then drag it and drop. Here. Okay, so we have to create a space from the top and the bottom. So come to space, let's give it a 70 top, 70 bottom. Then we have to align it. This section, this 12 years part has to be bigger than this other part. So to do that, let's give it a 25. So this part will now be 75. And the next thing we're going to do is text, drag and drop. So the text here should be 12 plus years. And the next one will be header. And next one will be text. Or let's look for a widget that will serve these two processes for us. So let's come to icon. Okay, so let's drag the icon. So let's just remove and add 12 plus years of experience. Okay. So now we'll change the color. This has to be green. This green is good. So the font family is Nonito. We're still sticking to Nonito. Then let's give it a font size of 130. Then let's make it bold. Okay, same thing for the content, white, Nonito. Font family of 22. Let's give it text transform of capitalize everything. Okay, so that's the first part. And the next part we have to work on is this. The next part to work on is this cards. So to work on this cards, let's just duplicate this. Okay, so to work on this cards, let's do card option. Let's do an icon box again. Let's drag it. So let's remove the icon. Then let us change it to, this is 60 plus clients. So let's do 60 plus clients. Okay, then our background color will be lighter. Okay, then it has to be in the middle, so our vertical align, so everything has to be in the middle. So if you see, it's a little bit bigger compared to this. So one way to do that is we have to remove this part. But first, let's still duplicate this. So we have 60 plus, and the second one is 8 plus. Let's put 8 plus 08 plus remote workers. Okay, that's good. So now we'll change this. Let's reduce this to 110. Let's duplicate this. Remove. change the bottom, this one. Okay, so now we want to move this section. We don't want this here. So let's delete this part. So we just want this one to show like this. So let's still add top and bottom. $20. Okay. So let's do this. Then we just want this part. So we can choose all this. So the reason why I did this is because if you look at this image here, this one is bigger. It's centralized on these other cards. So we want this one to be an isolated entity compared to this part. So to do that, we have to duplicate this section again and make it 2. Then remove the text we don't want here. Like this one, for example, we do not want this text here. So we remove this, we delete this, we delete this. Okay? But we want this. So we can make this an isolated text by choosing it, then coming to advanced, choose positioning, absolute, and drag. Okay? And drag. Then I want the size and the space to be smaller. Okay, this is good. You can still increase the text if you want to. First, I want to increase my text to 120. It will not affect the size. 140, it will not affect the other size. Then what else? Duplicate this. Remove this, add it here. Duplicate this, remove this, add it here. Change the text 122 completed projects. 125 plus completed projects. 10 achievements. 10 achievements. Updates. So let's see how it looks. Okay, perfect. But now we have to create, there has to be a space. Then we have to change the color from blue to green. We're making progress, guys. So to give it a space, so let's come here. Let's give it a margin of 20. Same thing here. Let's give it a margin spacing of 20. Then we want our menu to be 20, 20. This is left and right. Sorry, guys. Has to be top padding of 20, bottom padding of 20. Okay, let's see what else. We want this one to be in the middle, not top. So let's drag and place in the middle. Okay, let's update and let's see how it looks. Oh, this is really, really good, guys. Okay, so now we need to change the color. Forget about the color of this. So change the color to green. Let's do Lunito. Let's do 24. Let's do 28. Let's do bold. Same thing here. Let's do green. Let's do Lunito. 24. Bold. Same thing applies here. Let's do green. Lunito. 24. Bold. And last but not least, let's do green. Little 24 bold. Let's change this part to white. Let's change all this part to white. Let's change all this part to white. Let's change all this part to white. Perfect. This is looking so good, guys. Perfect. Okay, so now we have this section done. So as you can see, it's a mirror image apart from the color and the text, but it's a mirror image of what we have here. We have our top, then our middle, our top, now middle, now bottom. So good. So the next thing we're going to do now is the call to action. Now the call to action is on a black background, then text and a button. This should be done in like 5 minutes. So let's see. So now next thing we'll do is add another section. So we'll make this all black. Okay, good. Then the size, the height of the text has to be minimum of 400, but you can do above that. Then the first thing we'll do is we are adding a call to action. So that's a text, then a button. So call to action. So this menu, type call to action. Okay. So let's use another one. Or should we do title? Let's do image box without the image. Okay, good. So let's remove the image. Let's align this to the left. Okay, so what do we have here? We have featured projects, then a button. So we do featured projects. Let's reduce this. Then a button. So featured project is in capital, then white. So let's go back here. So we have content, everything in white, and capital, uppercase, and increase the size. Let's say 36. Good. Let's push this up. Okay. That we're missing. We have to reduce the size of the padding. Let's come here. Let's choose the default size. So this is good. Better. The next thing we have to add is a button. So we cannot add a button here. We have to create another section or another column. So to create a column, come here, click add new column. Then just resize it. Okay? Then add the button. Come here, add button. Then you have to make this column section in the middle. So your button has to be in the middle. Then your button has to be centralized. Good. Then what do we have in the button? View all. View all in capital. Then the button should be in green, but not this green. Then our text, Nunito Sans. I really love Nunito Sans. It's a very, very regal. It's a very, very good text. Nunito Sans. Then we have, let's give the border radius of 1. Then padding. Let's say padding 20. So let's change the right should be double the amount and the left should be double the amount. Let's give it a padding, internal padding, 30, 20, bottom 20. That's a bit. And what do we have? Oh, this looks really, really good. Oh, this looks really, really good. So we have the featured project, then we have the button here. We could change this to another color, but I just like the shade of this black. Yeah, I like the shade of this black. So that's it. So now we will be going to the last section of this website, which is the portfolio section. So in this portfolio section, we'll be adding different images. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save a couple of images on my system and show you how I got those images, crop them, and they are what we're going to use for our portfolio section. So stick around while we get at it.